Welcome everyone to my Sunday sessions. My name is Leslie. This is a trader's journey. So on Sundays, what I usually do is I like to go through my pre-market planning. So I like to go through it on a Sunday night while the markets are still closed, because it allows me the opportunity to slow down, look at opportunities, and pre-plan my sessions for the coming week or for the coming day. Because I'm in South Africa, and by the time the Asia session happens, things might have been might have been different based on my planning, and then I can just adjust based on that. But I have my analysis done already, so I know where the order flow is, whether it's a buyer's or seller's market. So I've already pre-established that, and I can just go into the trading sessions with a plan in mind. So what I'm gonna do in these Sunday sessions, I'm just gonna run through the pairs that I usually trade, and I'm just gonna run through what I see, what I think is gonna happen. So without further ado, let me just quickly remove these lines. And sorry about if you hear the rain. It's quite rainy outside, and a bit of lightning as well. So okay, here, as I said on a previous video, I live on a 4-hour chart, but I like to look at the daily, because the daily as well will give us some more details of what's to come and what's to happen. Right, as I look at these markets now, what's happening on the daily at the moment is I can see that we had a very indecisive week, right? This is your pound dollar. We had a week that opens Monday, very bullish, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the market started to turn from here, right? We basically reacted from this level here. There was a lot of rejections here. Price rejected and then broke through, came back, retested a level, and then stayed down, came back at this level again, retested twice, and we started to move down. So it's quite an important level for price. Price has rejected that level quite a few times, and now we see this big move down. So now the candles don't look clean, because we had some news on Friday, and so we had a bit of an indecision piece based on the news. So what I'm seeing here is we ended the week very bearish, so I'm expecting price to come back, maybe take out this area or come retest this area again. That's what I'm expecting for price to happen on coming tomorrow or Tuesday. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, okay, we had a very bearish Thursday and then a bearish Friday, but we failed to take out the Thursday lows. We reacted off this level. If I can just draw it and show it to you, at this order block low here, see rejection break, came back, broke through, and then went up again on the same day. So then we came back on Thursday, reacted off this level again. So I'm looking at this level thinking to myself, let's see how tomorrow reacts off this level over here, and then we can make a decision from there. So when I move down to the 4-hour chart, I can show you the same exact thing. So last week we were stuck in between this range, right? For the past couple of weeks anyway, this range here, we've been stuck in here. We haven't really broken through any of these ranges, so that's my initial thought, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, there's another level here that price can retest. So it's either we can see something like this, react, and then we come back to this level here, or we break and retest and go again, or it can be something to the likes of come back, see what happens here, maybe break through, come retest this area, and we see what happens. At this moment we don't know what's going to happen, so we just reacting to the market, right? So we had very bearish Thursday, price pullback. I like these levels here. This is order block. This is what I like to see from my standpoint. Let me change the color, make it white. So the reason why I like this is, see this order block here, getting people in the market, and we broke the low here, came back, retested the order block again, and then we pushed down. So what's price telling me is, at the moment we still stuck in the range. It's not a trader's market at the moment. We still have these big wicks which are dangerous, especially on a 4-hour. Seeing a wick like that is quite dangerous. So at this present moment I'm not seeing anything that I like, but let me move on to the 1 hour and just have a look at how we closed on the 1 hour. So the 1 hour looks a little bit nicer. Same thing, these order blocks. There's another order block here, broke structure here. Let me show you, broke structure here and came back to retest. Like I said, when we break structure, we usually come back to retest that level, the previous level. Came back. So I think my prediction here is this price is gonna run like this. When I zoom in onto the 1 hour, it's gonna run like this, but I'm not sure what happens after that. It's probably gonna react of this. Hopefully we break this, retest, and come back to this level over here. But what I'm seeing on the 1 hour, I'm seeing a move to this level here, to this level over here. If I go down to the 15 minutes, you can see the same thing. You see price is about to break the structure here. I mean, if you wanted to take this trade and targeting this area, this low here, you can find an opportunity to find an entry over here and just target this area. It's still quite a good entry, depending on what your risk appetite is. You can make a nice 2%. If I go in the 5 minutes, have a look at it, scan that, same thing. It's still a very patchy market. I'm not loving it, but for me at the moment, I'm staying away from GU until it looks cleaner. Not loving this market at the moment. If I go to EU, EU looks better. Let me just get rid of these lines. Some of my levels don't really change, they stay the same. It looks better, but only if we can get a deeper pullback to this area. I prefer this last low pre-break, so price usually comes at retest. So if I see anything that comes back here, and then we see retest, and then I think this is the more likely trade that I might take based on what happens when price comes back here. Because if you look here, we have a push down, break structure, comes back, test this order block, push all the way down, and then now we haven't really retested this area to see how price is gonna react from there. So we broke structure. So what I'm hoping for is price to come back at this level and retest, and then at the closure of this, and I'll look at on the 1 hour to see how we close at this level here. So I'm really looking at this levels over here. I'd love to see price pull back a little bit, come and retest here, and then I might be interested in a trade, around this area, targeting these lows over here, which is quite a decent trade. Depending, I usually risk between 10 and 15 pips, something to the likes of this, if I see my entry model at this level here. So I'm really hoping to see a price here, and then that's the trade that I might take. Let me just mark this as put it on the watch list. There we go, come back. That's on my watch list. I'm just gonna leave it here. Gold, let's see what gold is giving us. gold's not really doing much at the moment. Another all-time highs on Friday, came back into these levels here. So if let me just clean this up a bit. Let me just clean this up. I'll just leave this level because I like it. All-time highs, retest, break, come back, closed above this level again, created, this is a news candle, created another high, comes back, excuse me, and now I'm looking at what happens now when we close below this level. It's still a bit, currently it's still a very bullish market. Honestly, with gold, I'm staying careful at the moment on when I decide to enter, but I prefer it. This is why I prefer it. I don't want to trade, I don't want to sell it at the moment. It's still a buyer's market. I would love it to come into this area, and then I can look for opportunities to buy it again at this level. I'm not loving selling it at this point because it might turn around at any point. It's quite dangerous to try and sell from here. Rather be patient, wait for price to dip a little bit more, and then get in. It's still a very big buyer's market. So I'll be very careful with gold at the moment. Just wait to see what happens tomorrow, whether we can get a deeper pullback, and then I'd wanna buy it from here. At this moment, I'm staying away from gold because I'm not sure when the pullback's gonna happen. Because with gold, it might just if you look what happened here, if you were selling this, you would have been taken out, because it made this, created this issue here, and then it went up again when you thought that it was coming back down, so I'd rather try and buy it at this level. Let me see the 1 hour chart. Come on, trade view. 1 hour chart, yeah, exactly the same thing. I'd love it to come down here. There's a value area here. I'd love to see what happens when we get to this area here, and then retest this level. That's when I would be possibly looking to buy gold. Not currently. I'm staying away. It's still a very buyer's market. I'm not looking to sell at the moment. So gold, I'm staying away from. EU is looking more likely to me at this moment. If I go to the EM pairs, look at GJ. Let me delete this, make it cleaner. I like to leave these levels open. I'll go on these levels, look at GJ. Same thing happened. Remember, I was telling my friend he took a buy over here. I also took a buy, but I closed it early to watch out for this low here. If I move this, the last low pre-break, this is the lowest low before we broke structure. So we came back, tested this level again, and then we just saw price just fly down. So I took a trade here on Friday. If you look at my previous video, I explained how I took that trade. So I took a trade there, and I was telling my friend to look out for this level because it might just retest and come back, and it did the same thing. So yeah, GJ is looking very bearish at the moment. I'm liking the price at the moment. Obviously these are news candles, so I don't pay them any mind. So at the moment I'm looking at something like this. I don't like this wick, so I'll put my level over here. You can see we went up, retested this level, as I said, this one over here, and then came back close below here. So that's where I'm looking to actually look for entries if price can come back here, but it looks like the opportunity already happens, so we had this big push, pullback. It wasn't a deep pullback. It just shows me that it's quite a seller's market at the moment. All the yen pairs are very bearish, so I'm looking at this order block here, this bullish order block here, this bearish order block, over here. So we broke it and then we retested it again. So if I go on the lower time frames, I'll show you what I mean. So that's why I say I don't pay this that wick, no mind, because it's not a real level. You can see where price came to retest. So we retested this level a bit. This is the 4-hour order block. Broke through it, retested the level again, and then we started to move on. But at the moment, it's still a bit indecisive because the news was quite indecisive, and then Donald Trump came out about raising tariffs and all that stuff, and then you saw DXY shoot up, GU, EU, and all the pound and euro pairs started to dump. So at the moment, it's not on my watch list, but I'll have a look at it and see how the market is after the Asia session, and then I can maybe make a decision to see what plays out. But potentially, if we come back, maybe retest this level again. If we fail to break, then maybe I will be looking for something coming down. This is the value area that I would like to enter from, but only if we retest this level and then I see my entry model. But at the moment, it's not on my watch list, so I'll just reevaluate this tomorrow after the Asia session. UJ, what do you have for us, UJ? UJ is the same. Let me just clean it up a bit. UJ is the same. Let me have a look on the daily. Daily very bearish from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, very bearish. There's a level here, that order block level. Let me just mark this for some reference point that we're reacting from, and let's see how we are. But I'll only look for something if we do something like this, maybe come back to this level here. But this is a very big level, so I'm gonna evaluate it on the 4-hour chart and see, here's a 4-hour leg, fail. I don't like this pullback because it's not deep enough. So if I mark this order block here, 4-hour order block, I do have my 4-hour range here. If I show you quickly, this is my 4-hour range right here. This is the 4-hour high. My order blocks are there. Push, broke this level, came back, retested this level, this order block low, and started to push down again. So whenever I see on my 4-hour chart, whenever I see a leg like this and then a pullback into the premium zone, and then now we're gonna run again. So this can be quite a cheeky trade that if it plays out, but I'm a bit late on it because we already retested this level. And let's see on the 1 hour on what actually will happen. So it's quite a messy chart, so there's no opportunities here at the moment, and I'm just gonna see how it plays out during Asia session as well, and then make my decisions there, because there's no opportunities. If I move it down here to my 1 hour order blocks, we can see opportunities. Thursday buys, but we close below this. It's quite messy at this moment in this area. I don't like markets like this, and then the wicks are too long as well. These wicks are too long, so I'm just gonna avoid that. And yeah, that's my analysis. So that's my Sunday pre-market plan. So as far as I know, I do have a potential trade that I might take. It's quite a long trade. So it might be a trade of the week if it plays out, but this is what I have at the moment. Let me turn this off. and then I'll just do another market run tomorrow morning after the Asia session, and I'll give you guys an update on what happens. So that's me on a Sunday market talk. So hopefully you learned something from this. I learned something as well every time I talk to you guys. So thank you for tuning in, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. If there's a trade, I'll record my pre-planning of that trade, and especially the EU because it's in my watch list. So if there's a trade, I'll do a pre-recording for you guys and show you what I was thinking and how it planned out. Okay, thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Thank you.